guys, welcome back to my channel, Wild and Free Me. So you're thinking of volunteering abroad and you probably have 10 million questions running around in your head. But the main question is, where do you start? How do you go about doing a volunteer abroad project? So I myself have done one volunteer abroad project so far. So I have some tips that might help get you started on your volunteer abroad venture. Finding somewhere to volunteer abroad is actually really easy. It all depends on what you'd like to do and where you'd like to go. First thing you need to ask yourself is, what kind of project do you want to do? What do you want to work with? Do you want to work with animals? Do you want to work with kids? Do you want to work hands-on on the environment, conservation? Whatever you're interested in, pick something that is of interest to you. Next you need to decide is, where do you want to go? Sometimes this is depending on your home location. How far are you willing to travel to do a project? Bear in mind, most projects don't include flights in the price of the project. So if you're going to be traveling far from your home country, flights could be very expensive for you. But if you're willing, then you can go absolutely anywhere in the world. There are volunteer projects everywhere. Don't forget, there's some volunteer projects in your home country as well. Some projects do have restrictions, either age, location, time of stay. It all depends. Do your research and find this out if it suits you. All these details should be clearly written on the site. So once you have an idea on what kind of project you want to do and where you want to go, it's simply just a matter of typing into Google, volunteering with blank in blank. Depending on your project and country, you can have thousands of options. If you're going on a project for the first time, especially if you're going solo for the first time, which many people do, go with an organisation. An organisation can help with airport transfers, accommodation, sometimes food, insurance. So your best bet is to go with them. It just makes things a lot easier for yourself. Also, do your research. I said this in my last video and I can't stress this enough. Do your research. Make sure you're comfortable with every single detail. Make sure you ask questions. Don't be afraid to even ask the tough ones. There always is pros and cons with volunteering abroad. Look up articles, do your research. Especially with wildlife, there's a ton of scams out there that actually target volunteers. My biggest example will be with elephant sanctuaries and lion sanctuaries in Africa. A lot of times volunteers are offered a chance for hand rearing lion cubs, doing lion walks, things like that, when actually it's not of any benefit to the animal, only to someone's back pocket. A true sanctuary is against breeding at all costs, so don't support these areas. With elephant sanctuaries, interaction should be at a bare minimum. If they really want to release the animals back into the wild, interaction shouldn't be a thing. And also, a real sanctuary will not offer elephant rides. Even if you're working with kids as well, there are scams in them projects as well. Me personally, I'm not familiar with these because I've never done a project with kids. But do your research, look up articles, read reviews from fellow travellers as well who've done projects like that. Also, think to yourself as well, is this right? Is this wrong? Have your own judgment as well. Once you picked your project and your destination, you have your organisation, everything is good to go, the last thing you need to worry about then is saving up and get going. It's really not that difficult to go on a volunteer abroad project. So I hope this video gave you some inspiration then to get started on your volunteer abroad project. If you're thinking about going volunteering abroad or you have been, let me know down in the comments. Also, give this video a like and don't forget to hit that lovely subscribe button. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again in the next video.